Okay, so this is the broken screen. That's lifting, and there's a small crack right here. And then this is the new screen. So there's two little screws at the bottom. You have to unscrew them in order to lift up the screen. So do that first. Alright, and then I have to get under the screen in order to lift it up. Go all the way around. Alright, and then it opens up like this. So first I have to unscrew this plate right here, and underneath it is the wires for the screen so I can take it off. So I'm going to do that next. Okay, so now I'm going to lift up these cables right here, and that'll unhook the screen. Just have to get underneath them and just lift them straight up. So there's 4 of them. So now the screen's off of here. And then I just have to transfer everything onto this screen, well, from this screen onto this screen, onto the new one. So I'll be unscrewing all this up here on the sides and then down by the home button. So I'll unscrew this. This will take out the front camera and the microphone. And then I have to take this plate off and transfer it onto the new screen as well. And then take this out and the home button will pop out. Alright, so then after I took the plate off of the home button, there is a cable right here. I'll lift this up and that'll help me take the home button out. So that'll disconnect it. So the home button's out. So I'll take this off. And then now I just need to get underneath here and it'll lift up the front camera, and I'll disconnect it. And then this part is where the home button connects, so it's also on this plate, so I need to get underneath there to take it off. See, it's all together. And then now this is garbage. This is the old screen. So now this is the new screen. I gotta take the plastic off of it. And then I'll be transferring everything back over onto this new screen. So I'm gonna put these screws back on the side just to hold this plate down. Next, I'm going to put the home button back in, so it's going to go down here at the bottom, right back in the slot. And then I'll connect it. And then put this plate back over it. Checking to make sure the home button clicks because this is an iPhone 6, so they click. And then let's put the front camera on. There's a little sticky part here that helps it stay. Try to take this off. Alright, so now I just have to line, there's a small hole in here. Just have to line that up with the little bump that's on the screen. So that's how I know it's in the right spot. And then the microphone, let's see. That goes down, and then this little piece gets put on, and then the front camera goes down. Oh, there are, I don't know if you can see, there are two little bumps on the corners of this, and on the front camera there are holes. That's how I know that's all lined up and in the right spot. And then this cover goes over it. And I just have to screw the screws back in to hold it down. Everything's put on the new screen, and now I just have to connect these wires onto the phone, the actual phone itself, and that'll turn the screen on. That's how the screen connects, these wires. That's in. Most of them you'll know it's in because you'll hear it click. Alright, so now the screen's on, but before I put everything back together, the piece over the wires to hold it in, I'm gonna turn the phone on and make sure the screen comes on. So that's good. And then I just have to touch to make sure that the screen actually works. Okay. So the screen's on, all I do, check to make sure the home button works. Yep. Slide. It slides. And then, yep, and it vibrates. Alright, I try to get the numbers up just to make sure it works. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna shut it back off just because it's not all together yet. And then now I'm going to put the cover on over these wires so they stay in. That's a little metal piece like this. All right, screen's all connected. Just have to pop it in and then place the 2 little screws back in the bottom to hold the screen down. So I always start from the top and then it just clicks in. All together. And then turn back on, and that's it.